Hello there guys and gals, this is Eugene from Review Outdoor Gear, and I have an axe to review for you today. This is the Gransfors or Gransfors Bruks Scandinavian forest axe, made in Sweden. Very nice quality axe, guys. You probably know about this axe, you probably heard about it. It is a winner in a lot of ways. Just very nicely fitted and finished. A little more pricey, but there's a reason for it. In this video, I'm just going to quickly go through a couple things. First of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about the company and kind of their philosophy and some of the stuff that they make and just how cool it is, and part of the reason for the price of this axe. And next, then I'll kind of do some measurements and talk about the details of how the axe fits and feels and how it works. And then I'm going to actually go down and talk, or actually first I'll talk about the sheath a little bit as well at the end. And then we'll go and chop a tree down. You can check that out and do some closing statements at the end. So let's talk about the company real quick. First of all, again, this is the Gransfors Bruks company, and some people say have an S on there. I'm not sure why, but it's a Swedish company. And with every single axe you purchase, they will send you this really cool, what they call axe book. And in the axe book, you'll find one thing that's very important, and it's this registration card, which gives you a 20-year warranty guarantee on their axe heads. So if anything happens, the axe head breaks or anything, they'll replace it. What's really cool is this little book just covers everything. It covers, I mean, how many pages is it? 36 pages, but it covers the company a little bit, talks a little bit about why they make and what they do, and their history. And then it talks a lot about actually how to use an axe and everything about an axe that you need to know, or I guess the starter guide. So the company itself, it's over 100 years old. It's been in Sweden for a long time. Let's see, they started making axes in 1902, and you know, their philosophy is they're basically keeping things very traditional. They're using wood on their handles. They're actually hand forging all of the axe blades, axe heads, and they're just keeping it very high quality and very nicely made. You can see there's a guide. They're actually they hand forge them with a pneumatic hammer and an anvil that just does a really nice job. So here, what's really cool is on every axe you'll get some stamped initials, like this one says UN. And you can actually look up in the little axe book here of the guy that actually made your axe, or the gal, and this is Ulrich Nilsson, who made my axe. And back here they have a picture of their whole team, and you can actually find the picture of the guy that made your axe. So that's just kind of cool. There it is there. And you know, just very high quality company, guys. They make stuff really nice, and as you'll see when I go over the actual axe, it is just fitted and finished pristinely, in my opinion. Very, very well done. They'll talk a little bit about just the history and their philosophy of how they make, the thoughts behind the forging today. They'll talk about all the parts of an axe, you know, the lip, basically you'll know what the axe parts are there. Then they'll talk about which axe to use and how to choose an axe, and they'll go through all their different axes. And then, again, that's more of their axes. That's the pneumatic hammer that I was talking to you about, the blacksmithing hammer. It's one of their forges in Sweden. They only have 3 of them. It's very hard to get one of these axes, guys. If you're going to be searching for one, it might take you several months to get one. I had to actually wait over a month to get this one, one of their most favorite or popular axes, which I hopefully will be reviewing soon, the small forest axe. Some people confuse it. Small forest axe and Scandinavian forest axe are 2 different axes, but it's very hard to get them because there's just not enough, you know, not enough people to forge them, not enough foundries to, or whatever you call them, to forges to make them. So, and then it talks about how to limb a tree, how to split wood, how to stack wood to dry it. Just a very nice little booklet. Talks about a lot of very cool things. So I just think that, you know, something like that, when that comes with an axe, that says something about the guys care, that they want you to use their tool properly and so on. So the axe itself, let's go on to that. Here's a beauty. Look at this thing. I'm going to start with the handle and then go to the blades. So the handle, hickory wood, American hickory, nice, beautiful grain orientation, super straight through the handle, properly oriented on the back. It's not always going to be like this, but you know, you can expect quality regardless. Very tight, pretty tight grain. Very, very nice palm swell here in the back. You can see that the palm swell is both this way and this way. That takes a little extra wood to make that. You have to carve out a lot of extra wood to do that. That shows quality handle making. Very nice shape. I've been chopping quite a bit with this. This here sits just very nicely in the hand, right there. That's just comfortable. And you can try different hand positions. Up here, it's pretty nice to use it with one hand. You can do some fine work. It's designed to be a limbing axe. So, you know, if you're felling trees or you're cutting trees down with a chainsaw, it's just very nice to just chop those limbs off with this. And you'll see it when we do that tree felling. You'll see how beautifully this thing chops through those branches. So, in terms of this here, they have a really nice stamp. I like that. It's very nicely indented and colored in. The sheath, I'll talk about that towards the end. The actual axe head itself, very nicely, looks just very nice, and it comes super sharp. This thing, when it comes out of the box, it is shaving sharp. And when I say shaving sharp, I mean it. I have not, you know, substantially sharpened this axe. There was one little nick that I got on it that I had to iron out, but outside of that, I haven't really sharpened it. And you can see, let's see, I'm running out of hairs, guys. So as you can see there, guys, there are definitely some hairs there on that axe. It's hard to see this. There it is. So it definitely cuts very nicely. So very sharp blade, guys, and very beautiful shape. I like this. This, you know, lip here, and just the way it looks is very nice. In terms of the measurements of the axe, let's get those here real quick. So the handle, it's exactly as advertised. So, but this is just, I guess, the proof. You know, it's 25 and 3/16, basically 25. If you go straight from the edge here like that, that's exactly 25 inches there, exactly as advertised. The actual axe head itself, 6.5 to the cutting edge. The cutting edge from the pole to the cutting edge. The cutting edge itself is 3 3/8. The pole, not designed to really be a hammer, but could be used in that regard. And it's 2 1/8, and the width of that is basically 3/4 of an inch. So very nice. Let's get the weight real quick here, guys, before we talk about the sheath. So the weight of just the axe is 2 pounds and 10 ounces, and with the supplied sheath, it's 2 pounds and 12 ounces. So if you're carrying that in the pack, it's getting up there, but it's still a good nice weight. In terms of the sheath, so the sheath that comes with it is nice, pretty nice, leather sheath, and in my opinion, however, such a nice axe, I think, deserves even a better sheath than this, guys. You know, if you're going to buy this axe and you have the sheath and you like it, that's good. A couple things that again are good about it is it's leather. It has a welt. That's great. One thing I do not like about it is the fact that these rivets are all the way through. If you happen to, and this has happened to me before, people that have used our axes, if you happen to strike this axe with the sheath on, those rivets are going to cut into the edge is going to cut into those rivets, and it could damage the edge, and your nice blade, their blade edge will be dulled. So that's not good. And it is a little bit, you know, I don't like the way they actually ended up forming this sheath. So if you're just trying to put it straight in, you're going to bump into that there. And this goes for all of the Gransfors Bruks sheath. So you can see how it bumping in, and that's, you know, so what they expect you to do is put that in first like that, and then go in like that. But when you do that, this sharp edge here ends up cutting the inside of this sheath, and I think eventually it's going to wear a hole through here. It might take a while, but I don't like that a little bit. But you know, it's not a bad one. I will say it's a pretty good sheath. But in our tradition, as you all know, I ended up making an absolutely beautiful sheath for this thing, and these will be available on Amazon, so you can click a link below to check these out. There'll be 3 different colors. We will have more colors, may come later, but we have this brown, kind of alternating dark and light brown colored version, and we just have a purely dark brown. They will actually all have these brass rivets, which are softer, a lot softer than steel, so if it does touch, the blade does touch that, it will cut through. And then we have this really nice, almost showy ox blood colored sheath. And let me just put that one on so you can appreciate the beauty of this thing. Yeah. It fits like a glove, guys. These are handmade. There will be a video that'll pop up here to where you can see how these are handmade, and you can click on that and then come back to this video if you'd like. And again, let me just talk a little bit about it. So you can see there's no rivets here in case the blade ends up cutting through. It should not hit any of those rivets and save your blade. If it even does, they are brass, so they are softer than the steel. They're hand designed to, hand formed to be perfectly made for this specific axe. So you can see when that falls in there, that's in there, and it's just very, very smooth. It goes in there. Very nice snap, and very nice, beautiful raw cowhide that's stained with a little stain, and just beautiful. The edge is finished here with a little shine, and it's almost like a shoe work. So there it is for you guys. That's the sheath that you can buy for yourself if you'd like, and they'll be available on Amazon. Check it out. So at this point, let me go over and we'll do a little bit of limbing, and we'll actually chop a tree down first, and then we'll go and limb that tree as well, and you can see how this axe performs. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and chop through this. It's about a 7-inch diameter tree here, and we're just clearing out the forest a little bit. See how well this thing performs. I know that it's going to do well. I've used it before, but we'll still kind of give you some footage here and have you appreciate the beauty of how this thing chops and see how the edge holds up. So it's going to be this little tree here. We'll put it down, and then we'll limb it and see how it looks. So enjoy. Timber! All right. So here's some one-handed action, guys. Of course, just chopping very beautifully. You guys can see why this is called a limbing axe. I mean, it just cuts through these branches like butter. Well, guys, thank you for watching that video. I enjoy all of you guys who watch and comment and ask questions. And please, hit that thumbs up button. That really helps with the channel. Also, check out my other videos. I have plenty of other videos on outdoors. I have some oddball videos, but a lot of videos are related to outdoors, outdoor gear, and a lot of different reviews. So check my channel and subscribe down here. You can also click a couple different videos that'll pop up here of other axes. I've reviewed most of the Husqvarna axes, and I also have a marbles axe review with a couple things there. And be sure to check those out if you're interested. And I do have more reviews of Gransfors Bruks hatchets and axes coming out, so keep your eyes open, and I will be showing those soon. Again, just leave your comments, leave a thumbs up, and thank you very much for watching. Praise the Lord for everything He's given us, and I'll see you back on one of my videos, hopefully in the future. This has been Eugene with Review Outdoor Gear.